It's Melissa Mansfield Anderson with Amoosebush, Maine's best bites and brews. And today we're hanging out with Melinda over at Legends. Melinda owns it, which is so exciting because she's a woman-owned sports bar and grill. Applause. Yay! For being woman-owned. Very exciting. But this isn't your first location. You've actually been in business for 10 years now, but where did you start?
We started over on Center Street behind the VIP.
Okay. And what made you decide to come from Auburn into Lewiston?
Well, it was an opportunity that our landlord wanted additional parking, and we couldn't give up additional parking. So with that, I looked at the opportunity and said it was time to make a change. This building had been for sale for a while, and I loved it. So one morning while my husband was sleeping, I made a call to the realtor, and I made an offer on the building. They accepted it, and that was the story. 2 months before COVID. 2 months before COVID.
Oh my gosh. It's a beautiful space. Actually, you've filled it really nicely too. Could you tell us a little bit about the pool tables that we're looking at?
Sure. So my husband does love pool. And if anybody plays pool, they understand the craft and the sport. And we wanted to provide something that the area never had. So we invested in diamond pool tables. They are one slate professional pool tables. If you ever go to a pool tournament for pros, they are playing on diamonds.
Wow. Okay. So this is what the pros play on.
This is what the pros play on.
That's very cool. So do you have tournaments, leagues? How does that work here?
Yes, we run BCA tournament and BCA league, and that is on Tuesday and Thursday nights. We also do an open tournament every other Sunday. And we send several people to Vegas annually to compete in the Nationals.
That's really exciting.
It's very fun.
So it must be very busy here on those nights.
Oh, crazy. On Tuesday nights, there could be upwards of 80 to 100 pool players. And here, in addition to our lounge and our dining room, I always say there's something happening at Legends all the time.
That's very exciting. So tell me a little bit about your menu.
So our menu, it's one of the things that I'm probably most proud of at Legends. When we opened the doors, I thought, how do I take a pool hall and that traditional mindset around the individual that's coming in to play pool and also create a menu that the general public is going to want to come in and enjoy? And how do I marry those two? And I honestly didn't know that I had the ability at that time to marry the two. But I knew that if I did it right, the rest may fall into place, and it has. Our menu is from scratch. My team is already in the kitchen making sauces and mac and cheese. And,
oh my gosh.
Oh, all kinds of really cool things. So people learn to expect the highest quality of food from Legends. It's traditional pub food, but it's done extremely well. And we have an amazing team in our kitchen facilitating that.
So something that I caught my attention immediately when you and I were talking was your head chef is also a woman.
That's correct. That's Jen. And Jen was recently promoted to general manager. She still very much oversees the kitchen. In addition to that, we have 2 supervisors in the kitchen that their skill is exceptional, and they are also female.
That's amazing. So you guys know that I'm a big proponent of, women empowerment, and in the restaurant industry, you do see it is typically male run, male operated. So I am so excited to be here, and I know we're going to be cooking something shortly. So have you thought about what we're going to be cooking today?
I have not. I guess we're going to leave that up to Jen and the team.
We'll leave it up to Jen. That's exciting. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to share for people? One of the questions I had actually was, I have a 5-year-old. So being that it is a pool hall, you also have this whole other dining area. How is it? Are we family friendly? You told me I could bring her in and it would be A-okay.
Yeah. Family friendly, 100% in the dining room. Our lounge is limited to those that are 21 years and older, just for the safety of alcohol service. And of course, our bar and that state law. And the dining room is for all ages. And we do get all ages in here. even though we're a sports bar and our TVs will come on very quickly, it's not loud like a traditional sports bar. Each section is zoned for sound. And so our dining room can be very comfortable and still enjoy all of the sports. We do say to the children on the pool floor for a couple of different reasons. We invest significant amount of money to recloth our pool tables annually. Children running around, bump, cause spills, safety risks. Balls are flying off the table at times. The ball gets hit hard. So on the pool floor, we say no children. Now, there is that exception that, little Johnny's going to come in with grandpa, and he's got his own pool stick. He loves pool.
Yeah.
And in that case, we welcome that up until 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock, it is really an adult's entertainment on the pool floor, but children can come in at all times.
That makes sense, because not everyone that comes in here is going to be professional league level. And there are people like me who scratch and that white ball goes flying off the table, and that's very scary. So,
even the pros do.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, I feel a little bit better. Okay. So Legends Sports Bar and Grill, massive dining room, big pool hall, everything, a little something for everybody. So I'm getting excited to go out back and meet Jen and see what we're going to cook, and we'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Okay, so we are now behind the bar, which is amazing and beautiful. And what I love as somebody who's tended bar before is the amount of space that Melinda has made sure that her bartenders get to work, especially during a busy night when you're serving for the servers and you're trying to make sure that all of your guests at the bar are being taken care of. I can't imagine there's a lot of bumping into each other with all this room. Look at this, guys. It's so nice. But she just told me about something that any of you that drink beer, you've got to hear, and it's called a glyco line. Is that right?
Yeah, a glyco system.
Okay, can you tell us how that works? Because it's these two big things right here, and it is so cool.
Yeah, so these are my towers, and these are camouflaging my refrigerated lines that come into the tap. So if you just want to touch the corner here or up here.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead and touch up here.
Oh my gosh, it's cold like refrigerator cold.
Yeah. So that's meaning that our glyco lines, the beer that's flowing through them, is always refrigerated, and we monitor the temperature to make sure that we have the coldest beer in town. Not only that, we serve in a frosted glass, so that makes it even colder. And the temperature of the beer matters. It matters a lot. So our glyco system is running at all times. Many times if individuals don't have a glyco system and the beer is sitting in that line overnight, those first beers are going to be inconsistent in temperature.
They're going to be warm. They're going to be like I don't want warm beer.
No.
I don't want warm beer.
So with our system, we monitor it at all times, and your first beer is as cold as your last beer of the evening.
That's amazing. Now, how many taps are here? It's just taps everywhere. We got one, two,
yeah,
three,
and it's
4,
on this side too.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You want to just pop over here?
12. Let's see, guys. We got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24. There's 24 taps here. And you have Sea Dog Wild Blueberry, which actually is one of my favorites. Wow. So I see all the standards that you would love, that you would want to have. But we've also got the Pumpkinhead, Old Brown Dog, and like I said, the blueberry, Sea Dog Blueberry. But your Coors Light, Michelob Ultra, Sam Adams Seasonal. What is your seasonal right now?
It's always rotating, but this is the Oktoberfest. Yeah. And in all honesty, we do have 24 lines, but some are duplicated because we do have 2 ice wells for our 2 bartenders.
Very cool.
So our most popular lines, which would be our Bud Light or our Coors or something that's domestic.
They're on the other side.
They're on the other side. So we can pour from both sides for expedient service.
So I'm going to tell you that's actually a really big deal, because how many times do you guys go to a busy restaurant, especially something like a sports bar where they're handling multiple things and there's a lot of beer going out, a lot of drinks going out, and you ordered your drinks 15 minutes ago and don't know where they or the server is because it's so busy and the server's standing up at the bar waiting. So this is the place to be for the coldest beer, the fastest beverage service, and just overall, I would work for you in a heartbeat because you take such good care. And when we're not talking on camera, we're having conversations, and Melinda really does care about her employees, and that's going to come through with your server, with your chef, with your hostess. So yay. All right, so this is it for the side. I just had to take you guys back here because this sounded so cool, and now we're going to pop in the kitchen. Here we are. Here we are back again. We're in the kitchen at Legends, and the first thing I'm going to tell you right now is I know why they scored 100 on their health inspection, even though it was a pop-up health inspection. This kitchen is so clean, and it's big, and it's bright. And this is Jen. And Jen is about to cook us a couple of different things. Jen, what are you throwing in the pan right now?
We're going to do our version of bacon wrapped scallops. We do fresh sea scallops, sear them, and we put bacon jam on top of them.
Wow, Melinda, how do you not eat it all? I mean, I couldn't work here. I couldn't work here. I sat out there. I could work for you. I couldn't work for you.
That's why she stays away as much as possible now.
I know, everything just sounds so good. All right, and those are some big sea scallops.
Yes, they're beautiful, nice and fresh.
What is your biggest tip that you would say for searing a scallop? Because my biggest trouble when I do it is I tend to get that outside sear, but I've got a raw middle.
Yeah, so you get a nice serum and then you turn them down just a little bit, so it'll help keep cook the inside,
Okay.
as much as the outside is cooked.
Okay.
The secret for me is just a little oil and then just a little butter.
Oil and butter in the hot pan,
The
and
butter will help get that nice caramelization on the outside. Is what you want.
do love a caramelized scallop. I don't know if you guys ever watched the Gordon Ramsay show, right? And they always did sear scallops on like arugula or something.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, oh, I've got to sear a scallop.
Yeah.
Nope. Had to go back in the pan, raw in the middle.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of practice.
Well, those are beautiful, Jen.
Yeah, they're very nice.
So these are bacon wrapped scallop. Your version of bacon wrap.
Yeah.
No,
Instead of wrapping them in bacon, old school style, we just use a little bacon jam. We make in-house, and we just put it on top. And usually we have arugula, not arugula today, but we got some nice mixed greens that we'll put on top.
Wow. And is this an appetizer?
Yes.
It looks great.
Turn up a little bit.
It's really cool to be able to come into all the different kitchens and see here in the Central Maine area what everybody has to work with. And I've seen people that work in like the super tiny all the way to these nice big kitchens.
Yeah.
How long have you been a chef, Jen?
Geez, I've been doing this for like 37 years.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Right. What's your favorite part about working in this kitchen?
I love the teamwork in this kitchen. It really does take everybody to make a successful kitchen work. The camaraderie is fantastic. I have people in here now that one of my new cooks, Marissa, she's just fantastic. She's very talented for her age. And then I have Tina, who's like the backbone of this kitchen because she gets everything done, everything prepped for us. I have no worries about when this woman is here doing, what needs to be done. So it's just those people that bring everything together.
There's so many steps from having the scallops,
Absolutely.
Patted dry to be ready, to the bacon jam being ready, and making sure the bacon's cut to be ready. So that's great. What a great answer. And I see you guys have everything that you need. I mean, you've got a line of fryers, a huge grill, 6 burners.
We can always use more fryers. Because everybody loves our chicken and our, our hand-breaded chicken. Melinda, she keeps us well equipped. Whenever we need something.
Ovens.
Yep. Whenever we need anything, she'll go out and get it for us. Whatever we need to make, the kitchen successful. Pizza ovens, which we use a lot, not just for pizzas. Everything kind of goes in there that needs to be baked. It's quick. It's efficient.
Super hot. That's good.
Super hot.
Yep.
Absolutely. Definitely. So it takes a lot to make. People don't realize, I think, how much it actually takes to get everything together and then everything on their plate. It is a lot. So anybody who's worked in the industry definitely knows that. Yeah.
Melinda was telling me that, you know, you're really great about going with the flow with her, and how she's hit you in the past with well, I just took a reservation for 15 people.
Yeah.
And you said, when? And she said 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's so much. I mean, you think about even just random lunch food to have it
Absolutely.
all come out at the same time.
Sometimes we have to work on the fly pretty quickly. If somebody calls up and they want something, we try our hardest to get it together for them. Definitely.
That's great, though, because team is everything. And knowing that you can have literally somebody ready for you, have what you need ready.
Absolutely.
To not have to think about, is this getting done? I have worked in kitchens that are not quite so cohesive.
Yes.
And it makes it harder. And this is, you know, when you're in food service because you love to take care of people. You love to cook. Food is nurturing.
Right.
It's that whole friends, family, breaking bread together.
Definitely.
It's also the hardest job out there. You know, working in food is the hardest job.
It is. You know, it's hot. And it's sometimes it can get pretty dirty, and our dishwashers are in there, and it's like a steam room back there. But they're killing it, and I almost say that they're one of the most important people in the kitchen, because it's a hard job. And
you realize it when all of a sudden somebody needs a fork. When a server needs a fork, you realize how important.
Absolutely.
All right, look at this, guys. Look at these scallops. I'm going to bring you guys over to take a look at the gorgeous brown color of these scallops.
We're just going to put them on, transfer them onto this dish here.
Let me see. You'll be able to see right here what's going on. This is beautiful.
And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the top.
Bacon jam.
It's sweet, salty, sticky, sweet. It's delicious.
It looks amazing. I mean, bacon is so heaven. It's like meat candy.
Yes, it is meat candy, and this does taste like meat candy. Yeah.
That's amazing.
A little lemon, I'll make this out of it, and that's our.
Look at that. Beautiful. Woo. All right, guys. So we're going to leave the kitchen. We're going to go see you out there with the rest of the stuff that Jen cooked up for us. And we're going to talk some more about what Legends has to offer and how delicious this food is. All right. This is a huge spread, and I'm going to have Jen explain what we're looking at. I can obviously see the finished scallops here. That looks great. And Melinda did tell us that the macaroni and cheese is one of the most popular things on the menu. So tell us a little bit about your mac and cheese and pizza and bruschetta.
So we used fresh hand-stretched dough for our pizzas. We pick it up a couple days a week to make sure it's nice and fresh. That's one of our more popular pizzas. It's called the sweet and spicy. It's got Italian sausage, jalapenos, red peppers, a little bit of chili flakes on the marinara to give you that spicy taste.
Wow.
And it's dressed with ranch, like a ranch drizzle on the top.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, people seem to like that contrast between the sweet and spicy. This is our new product. This is our homemade focaccia bread bruschetta. We make the bread in-house.
Wow.
Yeah, it seems like a really popular item. It's taken off very well. It's nice and fresh. You get that good, warm feeling, but you get this nice freshness on the top.
That looks amazing with the basil and the tomatoes and balsamic. Oh, and what's your cheese?
It's just our 5 cheese mozzarella blend.
Nice.
Yep.
Delicious. Now tell me about your mac and cheese.
Our mac and cheese is definitely one of our most popular items. We make the sauce in-house. We make the plate to order, so it's not sitting around in a pan. You gotta chisel it out.
Wow.
But it is one of our most popular
Guys,
items. Most
huge,
of the time,
so much.
Yep. And most of the time they'll put buffalo chicken or some kind of chicken on the top.
Wow.
To finish that off.
Do you see that?
Yeah. We spare no expense with our mac
Woo!
and cheese. It's
Okay, watch.
nice and cheesy.
You just learned a trick how to get the cheese on.
Yeah. It's good.
That tastes homemade. That tastes like you just went to Thanksgiving at your grandmother's house and she's been cooking all day.
Yeah, and that's what we're going for. We want people to
Oh my
have
gosh.
some really good comfort food, and we try to elevate it to a different level. And sometimes they just want something nice and simple, and and makes them feel nice nice and warm.
Home. Yes, that's almost melancholy. It
Yeah.
literally tastes just like my grandmother's. And you even have the crumbs. It's like Ritz cracker or
Yep,
some kind
our
of
nice
buttery
Ritz
crumb.
cracker crumb topping. Yep.
So
Absolutely. Can't have mac
good.
and cheese without that.
So what's your favorite thing to eat here? We're going to start tasting everything.
I love the scallops.
Could I have a fork, please?
I
Absolutely.
think the scallops are really good. I like that, the kind of sweet and salty contrast myself. Everybody seems to like our hand-cut fries. We have several different rubs that go on those fries, if you so wish to order.
You can flavor your fries?
Yes.
Okay,
This is salt and vinegar.
Yes.
We also
Salt
have
and vinegar.
garlic parm,
Yep.
and of course the traditional hand-cut fry.
We also
Wow.
we also have a house rub and a spicy house rub that we make in-house.
But it's not wet. It's salt and vinegar, but it's not wet.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you... Don't tell. Don't tell. That's amazing. And I'm going to try... I'm going to grab another fork.
Yes.
I have to try the scallop so I can tell you guys.
I'll just pick
Okay,
it all up.
first-
Pick the whole thing.
First
Please
of
try
all,
the scallops.
Yeah.
okay, you guys, the jam is caramelized, so I can tell there's going to be a sweetness here. All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
It is good. It's like I said, it's non-traditional bacon wrap scallops, and
That's so much better than a bacon wrap
yeah,
scallop.
we put a little twist on it. Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you, how do you come up with your recipes? Do you just kind of hang out in the kitchen with the rest of the team and put things together? Are you
We do that
inspired?
sometimes. Absolutely. We will okay, what are we putting on, specials menu? We'll switch ideas around. Some of the stuff that I've been making for years in other restaurants, and just,
Oops.
kind of brought
That's
my
not
recipes
going
with
away.
me. It's okay. And like I said, Tina, Marissa, and Cliff, we all have ideas floating around. We've all been in different restaurants, and they have a lot of eclectic experience. So we try to put our heads together.
Brought it all here. So I noticed that too, is you guys do a special menu every week.
Yeah.
So every week I can expect to see something different for
Absolutely.
an appetizer,
Absolutely.
a dinner.
Yep, we usually run an appetizer, a pizza, and entree, or we'll do, an appetizer and a burger and a pizza or something like that. We try to mix it up as much as possible. Try to, cater to the community. You got to know your audience. But we also try to introduce new things, to the community as well. Try to maybe change their taste buds a little bit.
Bring it up. I will definitely tell you, and you told us in the beginning that, you have you are a sports bar and you have that pub food, but you're so right. This is upscale. It's upscale pub food. It is taken 2 levels away from what you would normally expect. I would never expect this kind of a flavor coming into a sports bar.
Yeah.
But this is first date, go sit in the corner, worthy delish. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Thank you.
Jen's
So-
love language is feeding people. So, so we're just going to keep feeding
I
you because
feel
that's
so
the
loved.
love language around here.
All right, so this is the bruschetta
That is the
with the
bruschetta.
fresh cut. Now the tomatoes. You looks like you used little tomatoes.
Yes, we do. We hand cut the little grape.
The
grape
little,
cherry
which
tomatoes,
means
yeah,
so
nice
much more flavor.
Yes. Yeah. They're absolutely delicious. And that
Wow.
bread, the bread is fantastic.
It's
my-
hefty enough to hold it all, but when you bite through, it's got a nice soft
Yeah.
little
Get
bit
that
of
crunchy
chew.
and soft together. And yeah.
Melinda, you have a dream team here. You must be so happy.
I always say that I'm not in the food or alcohol business. I am in the people business, and I love my team. I truly have so much admiration for what they do and how they pull it together. There is not a day that goes by that I am not full of gratitude for them.
It shows. It shows and it's funny because my husband always tells me if I'm agitated, he doesn't want me to make dinner because it doesn't come out as good. And I know this to be true,
Yeah.
but it's clear that everything here is made from people, by people that feel appreciation and they feel that gratitude and they feel blessed to be here as well. So I'm blessed to be here as well. We're so excited to have some more drinking and eating. And you guys, I'm telling you, you've got to get down here to Legends. This is, it's bad because this is what I do. This is what I do, but this is top-notch food. I haven't had macaroni and cheese like that for years. So thank you so much for joining us today. Pay attention to our sponsors at the end of the show, and we will see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.